What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be building Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3 in Minecraft. This is some episode number I already forgot, and we're live. And in case you have your eyes closed or something, this is actually PPT 5, since I was here last. Although, before I do anything, hello Peroxy, hello Junior, hello Nuji, hello Ultimate. I'll wait a second. Actually, I will get to Bendy, I guess. That's probably... Alright, so what did they do? It reset on my keybinds. Oh my god, I hate this game. I actually hate this game. Well, I'll just do L, because I'll need a couple of them, so I'll do whatever ones I need to real quick. TP 250, 35, 250. I need N. I genuinely don't understand how we can't go more than a week without this game breaking. It's crazy. I guess I'll do 0 for effect as clear. What other ones I had? Oh, no. I think those are all the ones I need. What a great start. Hi Chris, hello player 1, hello Simon, hi Nova, hi Spooky. Been basically blind your whole life? That's good, that's really good. I'm so happy for you. So, that was entirely actually unrelated to what I was gonna complain about. I haven't been on Minecraft today, so I guess I don't know what's going on. But I want to show this. Look what they did! They changed the menu again! Yippee! I'm so glad they changed it for the 15th time. But in all seriousness, why? I thought it was fine, but I've also thought it was fine every time, so what do I know? But just... I don't get it. I don't. There's something I have to be missing, right? There's got to be some reason. You don't just do that. You don't just repeatedly change your menu for fun. They have to have a reason. And like these, I'm already enraged, and it's the game's fault. Is the next building video going to be completely new? I have no idea. That's a good question. Also, if you hear a microwave, it's me. I'm the microwave. Batman 2 is coming soon. Beyond that, I can't really confirm nor deny if I'll do anything, but we'll see. I just don't want to commit without seeing how the Ban 2 tutorial will do, because I'm not going to waste my time on a build that 0 people watch, you know what I mean? Do I want to say it later? I'll probably also say it later, actually, but I will say it now. I was correct on the schedule originally on accident. I'm not streaming on Twitch tomorrow. You'll see why. There's a reason. It's a weird reason, but I do have a reason. So, yeah. Not that a lot of you are there, but for the ones who are on Twitch, yeah. Hello, Roman. What's my save time? 15.5 hours on my save. Help, guys, I'm stuck in Bendy, and that's the time. Wonder, like, once I either get as far as I want to or complete this build, how many hours am I gonna have on the save file? Like, surely 50, right? I gotta get over 50. Smurf, can producer the movie Gyms. Yo, that's pretty cool. Find the boys, and also hi. I gotta get tickets for that still. Why am I back here? Why am I? The world may never know. Okay. Let me just get my boundary. Don't tell me. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Where would that even be? Accessibility? No. Give me a second to... They just, like, reset all of the settings. Okay. Are video settings still fine? The only one I remember being different is FOV. I think so, yeah. Why? What is this game's problem? Hi, Nathan. Okay, I've got the ink there. I think I just have to add the elevator in. Seems to be the only thing I didn't do in this room, unless something is missing up there. Nope. So, just that. Nice. Is that wall flush? Yeah, okay. I think I should try to lay out where the elevator is sitting first, so I can get a size for it, and then go from there. It seems like it stays one off of all of the walls, so I'm just going to use birch for now. That would be a 7x7 at that particular size. How is that? Like, how far is that for the sticking forward? That might be fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. I can live with that. I might actually... No, I'm not going to make the elevator birch. I changed my mind. Hi, Charm. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night anyway. I am for the most part. Been kind of a weird day. Like, productivity-wise. I've been productive, but not the normal kind of productive, which I guess is nice. But... definitely weird. Okay. Hello, Turbo. Yeah, if you want to, you can, Nova, but don't worry about it too much. There is a new clip for you, though. So, that's exciting, I guess. I'm okay, how are you, Char? I suppose I can't complain. Doing better than yesterday. I'll say that. What's the update? Stupid, I'll show you. They changed the UI again! Yippee, yippee, yippee! So, yeah, that's what it is. I guess. UI update part the 7 millionth. And also, they reset all of my settings, which is great. Like, all of my settings. Aside from visual or video settings. Video settings stayed, but everything else... reset? No, it's different. It's different. It isn't... How do I explain? Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing... It just changed slightly. I think, one, it's darker. Actually, I can show you. It's... the icons seem darker, but I might be wrong. And I think they're shrunk. Because it used to be... didn't it used to be one big one and then two small ones? So it was 3 a row? I don't know. They're definitely different, though. Oh, wait, there's a... They brought back the list, I think. Because it used to be there, and then I feel like it disappeared, but now it's back again. 2v5? Yeah, sure, Nathan. I'm cool with that. Or if you want to do 4, either or. Oh, shoot, I'm ramming. No, wait, I didn't want to leave. I stepped into the elevator and it closed on me. I wasn't planning on it. I don't know what I would, or how I would exactly bring that up in conversation anyway. Yeah, probably Charm. I updated it before this stream. It really didn't take that long. So you should be fine. Okay. I guess I'll fill the yoke around it, whatever. I don't know what I'm doing. So, it's the most recent clip. Actually, did I send you the playlist or like the individual video links, Nathan? Give me that. Video no playlist? Okay. Nova, do you want to send Nathan the playlist? Or I guess Chris also has it, whoever. Because it's neither of those. It's an entirely new clip now. Whatever was being worked on for those clips is now done. So it's something else. Okay, you're not real. Thank you, Nova. Hi, Mouse. Have fun in your torture chamber. What? This no makes sense. I'm gonna make you that, and then I'll probably do a row of stairs here. Just because I said so. That's the only reason. Have so much fun. Have the funnest fun you've ever funned in your fun. I sound like Jackie right now. Fun. The walls are very thin on the inside, actually, which is kind of weird. Like that, kind of. Hello, Roxy. Hello, Summer. That's my birch. I don't even need it there, but I'm gonna keep it for now. Till I eventually, inevitably decide that I hate it and want to switch it. That's unfortunate, but I'll just have to deal with it, because I wanted to put the ceiling above this, but I feel like I want it here, because it's more cracked, and also there's something on top, which will make it easier with the slabs. I guess. Hi, T-Jock. Don't think I wasn't gonna see that. So what have I been doing for vents? That's a really good question. Has there been any vents? Like floor vents? Gee, I wonder. Has there been? Who knows? Not me. I don't know anything. You good over there, T-Jack? I mean, I feel like that sort of answers my question preemptively, but shut up. Okay, I could have just like, you know, but nah, I had to go all the way around. It's the less efficient way, whatever that means. Is there one on the ceiling as well? Yes, it looks like it. Cool. Hello, Kian. Yes. Yeah, Nathan, I think. Methinks, yes. I don't know, if you click on it and it's a playlist, then yes. If it's not, then no. That should be the plan, yes, Summer. Once I know for sure, I'll make a thing for it. I just don't really know what I'm doing yet. At least aside from the Mondays, because the Mondays are pretty much set. Okay, and then I'll do trapdoors like, I guess like this. That's gonna be a little weird because of that one, but whatever. Yeah, it's fine. No one will notice, except for me, I noticed. Hello, Orange Chicken. So we're testing now? Okay. I know what the point of that was, by the way. Still. The point... Never mind. Oh, okay. So now one of them works and one of them doesn't. Noise, Nuji? I do not know, Kian. I'm gonna switch the stairs to shelves because I don't like the way the stairs look. They're too wide. Wish I could put shelves on top, like laying down rather than the slabs. Can't do trapdoors either because you can see through those, so whatever, I'll just have to live with it. Could I do this or would that look dumb? Eh, that does look dumb, yeah. Alright, Nathan. That's good, TJ. I love puppy behavior. It's just phenomenal. I'm gonna do that, I guess. No, I'm gonna do it with planks. Same height. Sure, whatever. The sun too. It's bright today. At least here it is. I'm not entirely a vampire like you, but I don't know. It's kind of hitting that point to where it's just like warmer than I want it to be. You know? I prefer not scorching, please. That's too dark. I mean, it would work, theoretically. If I can't find anything else. I actually might go with that, because I kind of like that. Oh, they're not directional. I thought they were directional. Tragic. Stairs for you too, I guess? Oh, that's not allowed. Well, you got the UV light. Plants are dying so fast. Pretty sure it messed with your eyes a bit. Don't look directly into a UV light. I'm pretty sure those things are not good for you to look at specifically. So try not to. I don't know. When I was at the dentist, they were using a UV or like a black light of some sort, and if I ever had my eyes open and like looked at it, I felt like I got blinded for like a good couple seconds. Definitely not something you wanna look at. Okay, well, you're now officially what I would classify as annoying. Elevator? Yeah, what he said. This is the elevator. I feel like I have to sneeze. It'll probably never happen, though. Have fun, Char. Sneeze? I don't wanna. Then just don't walk through the front door. Sneak in through a window. Can't believe you didn't think of that. Gosh. I can't tell if that is a clock or no, never mind. It'd be like a telling you what floor the elevator's on. That's just like painted there casually. I already had beehives. That's good. Glad I needed a second stack for some reason. Is it on all sides? It is. I mean, you can only really see two sides, so. Yeah. How about the walls? I haven't even like begun to think about those. Beehive pattern, perchance? I'll probably just do beehives because I'm lazy. Yeah, I think that's fine. Why am I being blessed? I haven't even sneezed yet. It's bound to happen eventually. Sneezed everywhere. Splitting all that's tragic. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but it's so tragic. I don't know if I like that, but I also can't be bothered to change it, so you can see where we have a dilemma. Should advance things. Frame metal walls, use chisel bookshelves. Yeah, but I use chisel bookshelves for the base of the walls. So, trying to keep it different. I plan on seeing the Backrooms movie. I haven't actually confirmed that I'm doing so because, again, just haven't asked anybody or bit the bullet. That's the sentence. There we go. And just bought tickets anyway. I'll probably do that soon, but I got time. It's not like it's starting tomorrow. Got a lot of other things before then. We got a concert, I guess. That's the main thing that's coming up. The 24th. Then it'd be Backrooms movie 29th. I guess my birthday the day after that, which is funny. TADC June 4th, and then I feel like there's something else that's happening. Maybe not. I don't know. What was my idea? I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah, I'm actually totally same orange chicken, 100%. My birthday is May 30th, so 25 days. Yeah. I mean, real Chris. I really want to do something, but it'd be the stupidest thing I've probably done build-wise in this build, so I'm not going to do it. But I was thinking about using leads to make the like posts from the top that go down. Because there's for some reason a bunch of them actually. And I was gonna just leash an animal that was under the map or something. It doesn't connect anyway with the... I can't really do much then if it doesn't connect to anything. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. I'll just have to suck it up. Okay, that should be everything in this room. Now I'm gonna go into the elevator so I can start that cutscene. Yeah, that really does not help. Hello, I love to animate. Yes, I do. You two really new to? That's crazy. It's kind of lame. I'm just kidding. That's kind of funny. Sure, that'll be the buttons. You can definitely press all of them. 100%. Oh, wait, the door isn't part of the elevator. That's weird. Do I want to move them out? No, it's fine, I think. Wait, those walls are also blank. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna pretend that I definitely know 100% and say good. It's a smart idea. Definitely because I came up with it. Like, I think I vaguely know what you're saying, but I don't know the difference. I guess. Is my problem. Alrighty, can I just, like, go to the staircase immediately? No, I cannot. I just got jump scared by Boris. I didn't realize he was following me, so I just turn around and he's there. Now this is where I have an issue, because logically... Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll structure block down the elevator, and I'm just gonna make the next section below, and then I'll have to connect it with the staircase eventually, but I'm not gonna worry about that until it's really an issue. T-Jock, you think I can remember a single conversation I've had? Let's be real here. You assume my memory is better than it is. I could just make her a real toddler. That's an option. It's definitely not this low, but whatever. Dark Revival. We'd see after I finish this one if I feel like it. I don't really know if I would. I found the old Dark Revival world, by the way, that I started forever ago. So that was kind of funny. For those of you who aren't aware, I did start Dark Revival and I did one whole stream of it, and it was on PlayStation, and I found that world when I was looking through old worlds. Yeah, but that's not how we label it. We don't label it by first or second or whatever. Also, we're not open 24/7, so... Labels, and we don't have labels. Well, we have labels for... like, what position you would be, like cashier versus just on floor, or whatever, but there's nothing really official. It's kind of just, hey, you're gonna work this time. It's what we really do. It's not as sophisticated as you think. What? I'm not the one that makes that decision. I don't know why you're crying at me. Krusty Krab was done like way forever ago. It should be in the playlist. I just recently made the playlist for the SpongeBob builds. It should be in that now, cause yeah. But I think that was the first one I would have done. Well, I guess I actually probably did Squidward first. I think I did Squidward and Chumbucket first, but those were old ones and I remade them. T-Jog, you realize we could have avoided this entire conversation by you just explaining it to begin with? We've been running circles just because you haven't felt like explaining in like 20 words what it's been. You've said way more words now than you would have by just explaining the damn thing to begin with. So I don't... You're wasting your time. Day shift, swing shift, and night shift. Okay. Yeah, see, we don't have night shift. Well, I mean, if it's night time, then you're working at night, but we don't call it anything. Especially because sometimes, like, I would have worked, I think more than once I would have worked at 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So, you know, that's kind of a midday to night. Okay, it was that. I need the fence and the torch. And I also need to find where chapter 3 is. That would be important. So thanks, Nova. But yeah, see, I told you I'm so smart. Back to the original point, I guess. Ah, Lord. Anyway. Back to the ink machine needing bending or something. Whatever the Garden of Ban people say. Since when? Okay, alright. This feels a little unnecessary and also feels like I'm being targeted. Why now? It's the only question I'm gonna ask. Why now? For that notification. I'd be really invested in that if I wasn't streaming, but I'm streaming, so you can see where there's an issue. From 4 p.m. to midnight? Okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense anyway. See, Spirit isn't even open that late. The latest we'd be open is, I think, 11. Hello, Melon. That wasn't a side towards you. This is T-Jock's doing. What shall I send you this time? You know, this one feels pretty appropriate. Hocus Pocus? I've never seen Hocus Pocus. Banish me to the Shadow Realm for that? I know, I'm sorry, but... 6 out of 60 out of PPT2. Nice, not bad. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, dude. It's crazy, but you're not wrong. I would not. I might get up and do something. Cause what time is it? 2:45? Okay, I might wait a little because the AC should probably be on. It feels AC on kind of temperature right now, and I do not think the AC is on. So you can see where there's an issue. I want AC on. But God forbid I touch the thermostat, am I right? God forbid I do such a cruel, terrible thing. Might get given the death penalty, who knows. Hello, Tazzy. Can I go up here, please? Okay, yeah, hold on. I'll BRB. Okay, I had to mute. I've returned. For now. Till I am given said death penalty. Anyway. Okay, that is line up that? Yes, line up that. Sir, man. Nice skin. I haven't returned. Oh shoot, you're right. I feel like there was something I wanted to say. Or something. But I can't remember. Okay, I'm gonna block it off. Actually, no, that makes sense. Okay, that makes so much sense. Yippee! What is going on over here? Okay, never mind. I thought it was like a gate to the darkness, but no, it was not. Which is kind of lame, actually. I wanted a gate to the darkness. Yes, I do know what, Char. That's good, though. Improvement. I'm proud of you, Char. I missed the... I knew something was wrong when I was doing that, and I was like, wait a minute, what could I have done wrong? But I didn't add the chiseled bookshelves. That's what I did wrong. You should build... you should build a McDonald's. Poppy died. Yes! Greatest day of my life. It's funnier if it's off-centered. It also is not really centered at all. Oh no, wait, is it? Okay, yeah, no, I think it is, but I'm confused because it don't make sense. I don't really know. Big Archer, Did you expect more from McDonald's, T-Jock, of all places? I'm saying that mainly to piss you off, by the way. Just figured I should be clear about that. I mainly said that just to make you mad. Because I know you enjoy your McDonald's. I had Five Guys yesterday. Did I mention? No, was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago, because I didn't stream. At least on Twitch. I don't think I mentioned that. But I got a milkshake. First milkshake I've had in a while. I was craving a milkshake. And, you know, Five Guys. For some reason, and I didn't do this before anybody asks. Five Guys has a... That's really unfortunate. Frick. Five Guys has a... bacon milkshake topping, which is just really strange. I don't exactly know how I feel about that. Okay, I'm actually... do I want to push it? I think I can, reasonably. Right, because it should line up, methinks. Yeah, no, it should. So I'll push it a block. Because I'm gonna not, and I'm gonna get destroyed from something or other later. Okay, it doesn't really matter the size. I mean, as long as it's more than that. I meant to do that, and I just didn't. And rest in peace, my trapdoors. They won't be missed. They're trapdoors. I don't know what you want me to do. Shake flavor. So, that's an interesting question. Sonic has a bunch of like weird milkshake flavors. They've got like, I think Oreo cheesecake was the one that I really liked, but I don't really know if I have a favorite because I'm always just kind of trying different ones if I have the option. Although really any like vanilla with, yeah, I guess cookies and cream would be good. I think the one I got was vanilla with Reese's cups and marshmallow fluff, or cream, I guess they called it, or Oreo cream rather. That's what they actually called it, but I think it's just marshmallow fluff. You really should get that checked out, Char. One night I go to sleep early, I end up sleeping on your neck funny. It's been sore and stiff all day. That's unfortunate. Some what, Char? I don't speak smart. I know you weren't talking to me, but still, I like to be involved in the conversation. No, it might be. It's just... I don't know. I don't take a lot of medicine for anything, so I'm not huge on medicine names, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what half the medicines are. You're stiff, Chris? What did he say? Okay. I'm gonna do that later, but I do want to finish this little area that I'm currently building. I don't watch Queso, no. I've seen a lot of clips from him. Seems like a funny guy, but I haven't particularly watched much of anything content-wise from him. What is this dark oak sign? Oh, it's from that. Never mind. I know what it's from. It's from this door, obviously. The one that I just made. I did once, T-Jock. But I think either I still got questions for it, or I just could not be bothered to do that for all of them. Because the issue is going to be, especially with PPT, I already have it scheduled. So I'd have to remember to remove it before it released publicly. And let's be real, I never would. Or I would miss it way too many times. Plus, I think people are still going to ask anyway when it's releasing publicly. I'm not going to win. There is no winning. Only losing. Yep, perfect. Glad to see they still haven't fixed the blocks not grabbing half the time. Yeah, no. You're telling me. Trust me, I'm talking to one right now, so I would... Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Saw the opportunity, I had to take it. What is the wall back there? It's the same, okay. Only really need it for nowhere, but I'm gonna add it around anyway for fun. I don't have to deal with it, Char, so I don't care. I'm just kidding, but no, I don't think you should. I'm not gonna say you're not allowed, but I don't think it's a smart choice. Because either way, I'm not your dad, so I really can't tell you what to do. Spray bottle bed. I feel like the spray bottle's the wrong approach, Nova. Just something about it. I don't know. Something about it is just a little bit weird to me. Although maybe I'm the weird one. Who knows? Okay, and that is about where I will stop on this side, at least. Although I can add the doorway here. Okay, I'm gonna use diamonds, and you'll see why later. It's actually a strategical decision. You're too scared to admit it. Spray. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. I think you can know, or I think you should know where I was gonna go with that, though. But alas, I shall stop myself. Actually, you know what? I probably wouldn't mind that anyway, please. It's absolutely sweltering in my room right now. Cool me off a little bit. Yeah, so that was what I was thinking about, but I was gonna end up doing this floor and then just structure blocking it, because it seems pretty small. since I'm already here, you know what I mean, for the Alice part, and I didn't know if I'd have another good opportunity to see it as I can right now. Although if I have another one, then yeah, I might as well just go to the staircase right now, if you think that's a smarter choice. Favorite season? Yours is winter since your birthday? I gotta say fall. Fall is just so perfect. In every way. Okay, then I'm just gonna progress in the game while, how can I entertain you guys? Just need like a video on the screen. Just gonna... Wait, actually, I can just go to PPT. Go look at those axolotls. I think one of your axolotls, unfortunately, is no longer with us, Chris. I have no idea what happened to it, but when I checked one day, I only saw 2. Unless yeah, there's only 2. I have no clue where the 3rd one went. But it's gone. Vlogging should work. Actually, yeah, no, because you have the section inside of the room here that I don't remember if you see that now or later, but I'd rather not progress and then have to go back. I didn't touch him either. It's not my fault. It's summer weather. Same. First FNAF tutorial. That was so long ago, but I have absolutely no idea how long ago that was. I'm gonna be so... Yeah, I'm so real with you. That is certainly a good while back, though. Get out of here. Frankie, yeah. Frankie, well, Frankie's still there, just not where it was. That's gonna be replaced with custom eventually, but I have not gotten to doing so yet. T-Jock, are you a bird, perchance? Only asking since you're chirping in my chat, apparently. What a funeral. That's crazy. It's Frankie finding Frankie, Char, the game. That god-awful game, just kidding. That game was not that bad. I just like to be dramatic. Yeah, okay. Not as good. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say that yet. We should get a counter on how many mascot horror games there have been. And, like, poorly done ones. Have, like, a counter of decent mascot horror games and then just slop ones. Because I'm very curious which there's more of, good ones or bad ones. It would be, I feel like, surprisingly close. Even though it shouldn't be. Really at all. Trip is a nice music disc. So true. Favorite horror game I've built. That's an interesting question. I don't want to say Poppy Playtime, but really nothing else sticks out to me. Aside from FNAF, I guess. But none of the FNAF games I've made are, like, particularly incredible. Hi, Horathon. I feel like this should end up going a block lower because you have on the other side, you have a balcony here with the fence, whatever. And then you would have an area below it over, like, that dips in here that is the same length, or that's the same height as a normal wall, which, with this being a block, it should be lower. So I'm gonna see how that messes with the staircase, because it absolutely will, and I know it will. And just, how bad will it mess with the staircase is the real question. Then I can do something funny here, which is doing this, because I want to. I decided. Oh wait, I want to try the old classic, this one. Yeah, okay, that's not far enough. Would just, like, slabs period work? I don't feel like it would, but I might as well try, because I don't know what else would work. No, I mean, that's fine, yeah. Which actually is just a normal staircase, is it not? Because I would do this. Wait, no, this would... No, it would be, because then I would do trapdoors like this. Okay, yeah, no, I don't know why I thought it would be different. I feel like it should be, but what do I know? I'm okay, how are you, Horton? I have an avenged sevenfold glass? Hell yeah. You also have grammar, perchance? Because I need some, I guess. Where's my Molly's webs come out of her mouth? I feel like I would go with the real spider option. I feel like Playtime Co. would do that. I don't know. Either that or the hand. I don't think mouth. Mouth would be really weird. Favorite food? Hi, Beaks. My bad. I didn't see that until now. As you removed it, like the stair design? Thank you. I know. It's actually the greatest design for anything you've ever seen in the history of Minecraft. I'm the greatest builder of all time. Just kidding. Sometimes gotta ego boost myself a little bit, even if it is sarcastic. There was... Oh yeah, favorite food is what I was gonna answer. Really, it depends on a lot of variables, but I mean, just like generically pizza. Pizza's perfect with like just anything, you know? So much variety with toppings and things, but also I do like a good cheeseburger. Barbecue sauce and a cheeseburger is like the combo of all time. You never truly know a good cheeseburger until you've had one with barbecue sauce and I don't know, whatever else. Onions, bacon, whatever. Okay, so it is precisely what I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure before I start building things. I already had stripped oak wood, good lord. My inventory management right now is atrocious. But I mean, it's pretty hard also when you're using 3 materials to figure out what's happening. Hello, Void. Water very quickly. Depends for me. Sometimes I also do, sometimes I don't. If I have water, like, near me and I'm aware of that, it's getting drunken. It's getting sucked down very quickly. That was probably the worst alternative I could have picked. They build off of one after I came back. Nice. Serve with fries more. You like fries more? Yeah, that's fair enough. I think we had recently that combo, pizza and fries, at a restaurant. I don't remember. I think it was fries, but who knows? Okay. And then I need one of these. And there's another... Well, that would be a moat, actually. Huh. That's weird. Why is there a moat just through the middle of this room? I don't get that. And I am guessing it would be... Yeah, okay, it would be... there. Burgers and fries, pizza and cheese sticks. I don't think I've ever had pizza and cheese sticks, to be fair. Normally I don't have a side with pizza. But yeah, burger and fries is generally the case. Although, sometimes I do like to switch it up and do tater tots instead of fries. Tater tots are so good. Specifically, again, Sonic's tater tots, phenomenal. This is level 9, which is where Alice gives you the tasks and stuff to do. Pearson loves sweet strawberry milkshakes. I want a milkshake. I always want a milkshake, to be fair. If there's the potential for me to get a milkshake, I probably want one. Okay, and then this will go to there. Glad everything is okay, Nathan, and you don't have to apologize for doing things. You know what I mean? Like I'm a big boy. I don't need y'all here all the time. If you need to do something, then don't apologize for having to do something. Like I'd be like, it's fine. I'll just dock it from your paycheck that you totally get. I'm not one of those guys. Yeah. I mean, it's only been an hour or so, and this is going a lot smoother than the last YouTube, so. Famous last words. Because Twitch was fine yesterday. Somehow for Rocket League it was fine. I mean, I was lagging a bit, but it was reasonable. And dealable with-able. Yeah-able. Not my 0 cents an hour. No, it's over. Might as well just retire. I like to think I'm only mean to you, but not in that way. Like, I'm only mean to you when it's not related to you doing your tasks. Like, I feel like if you're doing your job, I'm not particularly mean, although maybe I'm wrong, who knows? Maybe I'm actually just like the devil reincarnated. Maybe, who knows? I need one more block. Oh yeah, loom. That one exists. And then I'm gonna put signs on the top and move on with my life, because actually I am gonna place a block behind the piston. Because, yeah. Hello, P. Agree, you should get me a snack. Hear me out. It's obviously more important. Wow, that is literally the most generic texture shape I've ever done in my life. Probably because I use it in literally every single thing that I ever do. It's exactly that. That was an error? Yeah, I'm the error. Beep boop, beep boop. Is there a TV up there? Why is there anything anywhere is what I really should be asking. Okay, trapdoors for the sides, door on the front, the slab with the sign on top, and the oak hanging sign on the inside. Door direction doesn't matter since I can see it anyway. Oh, I can't do both of these. That's unfortunate. At least I don't think. Well, let me see. No, I might be able to. I'm actually going to make these planks instead in the middle. Because then I can do that. This one actually has the door. Not facing that way, though. Like that. Both of them have this. And... oh, that's unfortunate because the bottom of the loom is like the exact texture that I need for this, but it would be the top that would show. Unfortunate. I'm just going to leave it then. It is what it is. See you later, Charm. And I'm going to push them over so they're actually in the corner. Because I think that is going to be better for the next part. Not even related to what I'm actively doing these specifically. It's for the TV. But also then this is better anyway, so it's fine. Hello, Loki. What is the TV design? Oh wait, I know. It's this with a maybe item frame. I know where to find one though. Do I? Do I know where to get to that or how to get to that room? It's this one. Yes, okay. Kind of surprised I remembered that. Just gonna be completely real. I'm shocked that I remembered precisely what room I needed to look for. And more specifically, the fact that I actually found it like that easily. That is not floating at all. 100% not floating. Oh, that's so weird. I'm gonna leave it because I don't really care, but it's a little weird. Precious world. That's tragic. At least not too many parts in. You know, that could have been definitely worse. I gotta sooner rather than later figure out the schedule for that more so. Because I keep saying I'm going to, and I've just not felt like it. I've been preoccupied with other things. Actually, tripwire hooks for the win. Let's go. Anything else in this particular region? Aside from that, no. And there's a little bit of ink in the corner under the stairs. So I'm going to add that. Maybe yours will be more consistent than mine has been. Although sometimes it is nice to not be always on the same time, you know what I mean? Sometimes it is nice to just be like, you know what? Yeah. I can work 4 p.m. on a Thursday this time instead or whatever. Unless, of course, that isn't something you would want, then I guess no. Yeah, imagine you were like 30 parts in, Loki. That would have been tragic. I do wish you luck though, T-Jock, in getting applied is technically not wrong, it just sounds weird to me. Don't know why. Am I dumb? I mean, no, it's working, so I can't really complain. It actually doesn't matter anyway, because you can't see it, so who cares? Stream will be, I mean, we'll see. It kind of just is just however long I feel like going for. Like, I could go for another 2 hours, it might only be another 1 hour, we'll see. I never truly know until I'm past the 2 hour mark, but even then, it's kind of just whenever I'm done. Petition most of the time, plan on working all days. If you're even legally allowed to, would you be able to? I feel like that'd be more hours than allowed, but I don't know. Guess it depends how long each day is. It's always hard for me to compare anything to Spirit, because, you know, it's how it is. Okay, there's a strip here and here, and then the beehive is between. And yeah, it does seem to go all the way through. And then, does it go all the way through them? No. There's one panel where it just decides to take a break, I suppose. Which side am I looking? Am I looking at the right side? Yeah, I am looking at the right side. Okay. Well, I'm actually looking at the left side, but... Sorry, that was bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... That's crazy, Chris. I think it depends on your employer, because beyond 40 a week is considered overtime, and then you have to be, I believe, have to be paid more. So most of the time, they're not going to want to do that, obviously, because, you know, why would they give you more money? But again, I think it depends. I'm not entirely experienced enough to know for sure. Do I have... I do. Wait, that's further? What? It's further out. By a panel, but it is further out. Furred giblet. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I did not like Doey. Doey was bad. Badly developed character. Telling me you're not going to do the exact same pixel for pixel? That's shameful, Loki. I'm just kidding. Yeah, add your own flair to it. I do think that is definitely the best thing you can do with the tutorial. You know, obviously you can use the tutorial as the base, but maybe there's something you're like, why did he do that? Then, you know, it's better to switch it rather than just follow the full thing perfectly. There's always improvements that can be made. Although perhaps starting on something like that is the part that a lot of people will get absolutely destroyed by. Is it there? Yeah, it is there. There's actually not a balcony here, but it kind of is functioning as one, I guess. I'm not sure. I did not need that many blocks. Okie dokie. Why are you still yelling at me? I mean, it's not actually yelling. There are no words coming out because it's a inanimate object and it doesn't yell. But I don't know why it's vibrating aggressively. And then the other side doesn't have it, which is the same as the front would have been. Okay, cool. Was an hour pretty good? I couldn't tell you because the minimum wage in my state is higher than that. So the last 2 years, I think at Spirit, have gotten more than that. But I think my first year would have been under that. So I think it's decent. But again, it really depends on your state because I have no idea. Maybe your minimum wage is $70 and you're getting underpaid. It's not. I don't think it's going to be higher than my state because I feel like it's pretty darn high here. I feel like it's pretty darn high. Although, I mean, yeah, if you're working 40 odd hours, I'll just say if you're working 30 a week, that's a pretty good amount of money. That's a pretty solid amount of money. Are you doing retail, T-Jack? You are, right? Because I don't know if that would change unless you got promoted or something. But, again, I don't know. For the glow item frame... Yes, I think so, because technically it's a convenience store, so yeah, I would call it retail. Hold on, let me go investigate what you're talking about. Loki. Because I don't remember every glow item frame, and I'm also way ahead of that point, so... This room... Are you talking about the one on the sea lantern, or some other one? Nope, there's not one in here. Yeah, are you talking about the ones on the sea lanterns? That's crazy, Nuji. That's diabolical. Or this one, even. The one on the polished deep site, the one on the sea lanterns, or some other one I forgot existed. I didn't get no, I did not get further than this. Because they are for the lights, generally. So, like, they would just... I start using signs for this, I think, in Chapter 5. I don't know what's happening in 4, but they're just so the lights look better. Polished deep set. Yeah, this one is a burnt out light, I think, which I just used the glow item frame for. Still, to resemble the fact that it's a light, but yeah, it's just kind of dead as hell. Forgot there was a soul lantern there. $17 parts for all that, not half bad. What exactly part of, or which exact part of it, Beak? Sorry, I just can't formulate a sentence. Don't know why. I mean, to be fair, that is a detail behind a wall, so you probably wouldn't see it generally. Unless you were building it or something, like, you know. I might have built it, I'm not really sure. I think I maybe built that game, who knows? Did I do it bottom? No, I did it top. Well, I'm gonna switch it. For fun. Hello, Mad Med, and thank you. There was definitely one other aside from the loom, I think. Maybe not. I gotta fill it with oak anyway to start. I could go check. No, I think I'm correct. I'm confident enough to not check. And if I happen to be missing one, it doesn't matter anyway. You. And I might use you. Yo, nice beaks. That'd be pretty awesome. No, I don't, Kian. I don't watch much. I'm gonna be real with you. Hello, Gokman. This was after the last YouTube stream, actually, I just realized, and you reminded me for some reason, Kian. It's not related at all, but, anyone here who happened to be hockey enjoyers who watched the Wild and Avalanche game 1? Because, oh my god, that game was insane. One of the craziest games I've probably ever seen. That was just insane. I don't have any other words other than insanity for that. They're only really off because they're so bright for some reason. But yeah, I can kind of see that. They just fit. So I really don't care if they're not perfect. I'm gonna be making stretches in a game where everything is colored a really sad yellow. So that just happens to be one of them, I guess. I shouldn't tell you this, but I actually have played it, Gokman. Not on stream, but I played it. It has some issues. I will say that. It has some issues, but I think it was a solid game. I was wondering if it was gonna show up for you. Did it show up as you were streaming? Like, did you get the pop-up, T-Jock? Because I was wondering about that when I was opening, and I thought about opening your stream to see if you'd, like, say anything about it. It did, that's crazy. Yeah, I had a feeling. But I was like, no, he probably has his notifications off for that, but apparently not. I will say, though, about it, I think I had, like, 3 major glitches that I can think of immediately. There might have been a 4th, but I can think of 2, and then there was definitely a 3rd one. Yeah, okay, no, I can think of all 3 of them. So, I think it needed to be tested a little bit more, because I didn't even do anything inherently stupid to get any of them. They kind of just happened. So, yeah, I really don't know. But it was a pretty good game. So, I considered streaming it, but I didn't because I was checking videos and it was a 40-minute game, so I was like, there's no point in streaming this, right? It's just kind of a waste of my time, so I didn't. Because, I don't know. I didn't really want to stream I didn't want to dedicate a stream to a game that it took me barely over an hour to beat. Just a little bit over an hour. So, you know, justifiably so, I would have had to pair it with something else, and I just didn't really feel like doing that. Or I could have played it a second time, but I really didn't want to do that. I mean, it wasn't... Like, I would have been down to if I were to have streamed it. Because it was solid, but... I don't know. General thoughts on that chapter? How is it aged? I think it's aged fine. I mean, it's definitely not the best chapter in the game or anything, but it's solid. It has its parts that are kind of boring, but still good. I guess I don't have anything bad to say about it, really. I want to make the ending with Cinder and grinding, but the sewer gets in the way. What do you do? I'm gonna be so real with you. I actually don't know like any of the granny endings, so I don't know where that would be particularly. You could do a teleporter, I guess, if you wanted, or there's probably some way you could like twist it around. I'm not sure. Chapter 4? That doesn't really say much. For God's sakes, I'd rather play Garten of Banban 2 3 times over than Chapter 4. Well, maybe not 3 times over. Twice consecutively. For 1 and 4. 1 I can understand. 4 I can't. Like, I'm sorry, I can't. I think the gameplay of 4 might have been better, but I liked the mini games of 2. I thought they were really good. Sometimes they get really annoying to play over and over again. Like, the replay value of them is kind of lame, but it was good. It was definitely leaning a little bit too much towards cutscene moments, although I think that's more so the fault of the fact that they removed the skips for them in, like, the videos for the training or whatever. A little overhated. Chapter 4 would be fine if they had skips for the dialogue. The dialogue is the only thing I have wrong with Chapter 4, but it's legitimately so bad that it makes it my least favorite chapter by a long shot. It's just how she goes, I guess. I don't know. Did I not do that? No, I didn't. That's great. I'm so smart. Have fun, Kian. Front door? Really? There's anything in the way of the front door? Hello, Gary. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure on that one. I apologize. The gameplay of 4? Yeah, again, the gameplay in 4 is solid. Did 2 really not add anything? Like, I'm trying to think if there was anything that sticks out to me about 2 that is like, that's a lore addition. I guess the fact that we worked here. That was kind of mentioned. But yeah, I guess it kind of does feel very filler in that sense. Because most other chapters have some big thing. While, what does 4 have, or what does 2 have, I mean. 1, I guess 1 doesn't have anything either, but 1 was legitimately too short. I guess, no, prototype I wouldn't even count. 3 has Hour of Joy. 4 has just the existence of the laboratories, I think. And then 5 has everything. 5 is just lore. 3 and Granny 1. Front door exit, garage exit, and the spider cellar exit. I knew a front door and garage. I didn't even know there was a spider cellar exit. Worked there in 1, but 2 did add the Poppy Joe. And 1 singular letter. Yeah, that's not particularly helpful then. Is that... Yeah, okay, it is trimmed. So I can bring this wall back a little bit. Like to there, maybe. Yeah, Chum Chompkins, what an incredibly designed character. I don't hate Chum as a whole, but I do feel like his character design's kind of lackluster. How is he different than anything else we've seen? You know what I mean? Like, he just is not, frankly. Finding Frankie. Backrooms or FNAF? FNAF would be a lot easier, but Backrooms is a more enjoyable project, I think. Hello, Super Foxy. That's fair, actually, Chris. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. There's a respawn point up here? What? Why? Why do we need that? Do I want to know? I don't think I do. Three, four, five, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I knew that was gonna happen too. I don't. Oh my goodness gracious! How do I fix that or do anything about that? I suppose I could double layer the door. I don't really want to do that, but I might as well. I don't know about everything, Nathan, but I will agree that it is pretty bad. Get it up to the surface? Yeah, I think you could. If you'd be down to make more areas, you could have it lead to some of the project playtime maps too. Okay, do we have the ceiling lines to deal with? Not really. I'm not gonna add them actually because this whole area is not really friendly towards their existence, I don't think. Though I might have them over the doors, I'm not sure. They definitely improved the chapter after its release because of the doctor death being so anticlimactic. They made it slightly more climactic, at least. From the Ravenbrooks. I watched the pilot. That's it. I just watched the pilot. I never saw further than that. Okay, what do I do with this information? Okay, I know what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna put it here. I was thinking about whether or not I wanted it where I'm putting it right now, or a block higher. But I think here is gonna be better. Also, can you place, please? Thank you. Thank you, good lord. That isn't even entirely... You know what, whatever. I'll deal with the consequences later. Consequences of my actions. I never put that light in? Oh my goodness. I'm all over the place here, apparently. Give me one with trapdoors, please. I opened the wrong way. It's tragic. I do not... The point wasn't because I hated it. I don't actually remember, like, anything about the pilot. I watched it with someone on stream. And then I don't know. I never really... I'm not into the Hello Neighbor, like, stuff that much anymore. I'm not in it enough to, like, you know, want to watch all of the the shows and stuff. I don't care that much. I read the books. I like the books. I just, beyond that, man. Perhaps it has hit a point to where I feel like there's just too much Hello Neighbor. Like, we could have stopped a while ago on the HN. But, I mean, they haven't. Hello, Miguel. Sorry, pronunciations are fun. Yes, it is. Agent overrated. I want to agree with you, but there's also a part of me that, and I suppose it still would be even with this logic, it's not necessarily a bad concept. Like, I think they had such a cool idea and such a good game going for them. They just could not execute it to save their lives. And I think generally if you know, don't care about the quality of a game as much sometimes, you're not going to look at HN and be like, this is a terrible game. You're not going to look at it like that. Like, some people will. Like me, I'm now going to look at HN and be like, man, what were they doing? So perhaps some people just aren't as critical on it as others. No, I don't want one on top because I think there will be chiseled bookshelves on there. When I say I think, I mean I know. Hello, quest crafters. What if the boiler is 1 block short? No, it doesn't. However, check, because I think it does something weird on the tracks. Like, it overhangs, or there's something strange about it. So double check how I have it, because I very well might have it the same way as you were going to, and you just think that it shouldn't be like that. But I might not say it until a little bit after that, I'm not sure, but it won't matter. It's not a good game. They had so much potential and they just ruined it. Each game they made lost its charm. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with HN3. I'm gonna be so real with you. It's just like, I want to hope that they can pull it back to a better, more interesting concept, but just with the way that it is right now and the way that it's looking like it's going to be, it's just yikes. I think out of any game that I am for sure playing, I am looking forward least to that one. And that would include Ban, by the way. And a lot of you may know, I'm not particularly huge on Ban, although I didn't hate the recent one, so. But I genuinely think right now I'm more excited to play Ban than Hello Neighbor. From a keyboard, it is so hard to type. Just start using the cat's paws. 2 hours worth yesterday and time we had. That's pretty good. Yesterday, I just went like, went fully for it, and I finished the roof on the Amazing Digital Circus tent, which that tutorial will be announced soon, don't worry. But I finished that in the tutorial, and it was like 4 parts, I think, in total. I did 2 of them yesterday, which I hadn't been doing 2 because, oh my goodness, those parts. You'll see once you reach them, they are awful. Not because they're hard to follow, but they're just so, like, it's just so much. So I didn't really feel like waiting anymore, so I just finished them all, and yeah. Famous terracotta line from the Chuck E. Cheese. I don't remember exactly what you're saying. Or what you're referencing. God, that tutorial's an old one. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's fine, actually. Cool. And then the ceiling has also been inked up for some reason. Can we get a petition started to rename Bendy and the Ink Factory to Bendy and the Inkening? Can we get that started, please? Welcome back, Ian. Do you want to do 3 or 2? 3. And then it would be 4. Yep, that's a trapdoor. That also rhymed, wow. Spitting bars actively. And I don't even know it. This guy's off-centered by like a long shot, too. It's not even close to centered. Why? Why, Bendy? Why? Build tutorial? Sure, but I can't guarantee it will be done. Garden to Band too. You guys are getting members. You're getting TADC soon. Once I have that out, I'll get into that more because I'm gonna burn myself at the active point I am if I start Band 2 because I'm not far enough ahead in TADC. I'm barely far enough ahead in PPT3. I mean, like, I am far ahead, but I'm gonna get backed up real quick with that. So just give me a bit on that. I'll communicate with you all once I know what I'm doing with that. Eminem taking over your mind? Oh, yeah. Background music? I would. I just... Last time I did that, I got copyrighted, and I'm not really feeling like that one again. Because, yeah, it was supposed to be a copyright-free thing that I had played, and what do you know? It wasn't, so I just don't really trust doing such a thing because of that. How did I put that off by a block? Whatever. The world may never know. But I've played with the idea a lot of background music. It's just finding something that's, again, copyright free and also that would work properly. It's not really something I trust, because copyright free doesn't mean it's copyright free, which I know sounds stupid, but it is stupid, I guess. I don't really know. Don't believe him anymore. Everything's a lie. Okay, I'm looking for you there. Stairs. I do maybe need the string. I'm not really sure. I already forgot it. Not actually. I mean, I kind of like it's not clicking in my brain. You know what I mean? I kind of have it, but it's not fully there. Games such as Mr. Memory to Wacko Boogie. Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a smart way to conquer it. I think that is smart. Glad you enjoyed them, Harry. I should do member shoutout, actually. It's got a lot this time, so I shall do it, though. I'll give you the number, too. We have 57 channel members. That is insane. Thank you, everybody. But, we got Nate, Vidawesome, Michael, Kane. Oh my god, Kane. Game Bros, Jamie, BGA, Not Dreamy, Andre, Monster Hunter, Sesame, Firestarter, Pro Roxy, Bonnie, Context Trilogy, Rachel, Shadow Gaming, John, Max, Laserwolf, Spooky, The PPS, Echo, Zane, Jillian, Anne, Declan, Jade, George, Tiffany, Tom, Steve, Georgie Bros, Noah, AK Games, Novaz, Black, Mahar, Penguin, Country Ball, Ray Dragon, I want to say Sehovici. I'm sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing that. Key, Geodude, The Fats, Mr. Mo, Cool Nintendo Guy, Cooper, JMP, Harry, hey, that's you. Monster, Nathan, Caitlin, Nuji, Brian, Will, FNAF Frenzy, Horathon, and the Spring Lock. That is such a list. So many people. It's always copyright free. I just don't trust it, nor do I really want to deal with it right now. That'd be like an off stream. I'd try to figure out what I can and can't use sort of thing. And look into whatever, because I don't want to just start playing suggestions. God knows, you know what I mean? Might get something, something I wouldn't want. Alright, well this is not ideal. Wait, can I reach it? I think I can, yes, cool. Sure. Immersive portals? Yeah, I think immersive portals would be cool. I'd use some mod that just, like, wouldn't really affect the way that I build. Like, an add-on, like, you know, adding, I don't know, like the Poppy Playtime characters or something. Whatever doesn't really classify as a, like, not a block add-on, I guess. Immersive portals would be cool. Anything that adds characters, I guess. Okay, that's the balcony done, which is cool. The fact I've been working on this one room for the whole stream is kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Hi, man. You wanna talk about it or no? The bankrupt studio? Oh, yeah. You know it. So, hello, FazTuber. Yeah, there's a light on this one, I think. Also, which way are these facing? Okay, that is what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. Is it this one? Yeah, I'm getting turned around for some reason. I almost broke it instead of opening it. That would have been unfortunate. Oh my gosh, inventory management. It's making me lose my mind. It's fine, I got it. I'm a professional. Just winning a chess last thing. That's yeah, that's certainly certainly a thing to say over a chess game. Sorry. Again, I shouldn't laugh, but oh wait, never mind. I'm dumb. I was like, that's wrong, but no, it's actually right. Or alternatively, it's left. My favorite alternative. There was one particular person who I shall not name, not because they're not here, but just because I don't really feel like naming them. But that they'd always used to say, am I right or am I right? You know, classic thing. And me, being me, I would always respond with your left. And he would not particularly like that response. But it's funny, and I would still do it today, no shame. So if anybody ever says that, now you know what to respond with. You're welcome. Okie dokie. What? Oh, okay. I was confused, and I'm no longer confused, thankfully. The confusion has evaporated. Noted, I think. Somehow I don't believe you noted that. I hate building these big rooms in Bendy's, especially. I don't know why. Like, in Out of any, you know, game I've built, just the big rooms in Bendy feel the most annoying. Maybe because I've been looking at the same blocks in this one room for like an hour, almost 2 hours. So, you know, I mean, eventually it's going to be too much of just staring at the same color. But also, I don't know. I forgot what my also point was. I had one. I don't anymore, but I did have one. I mean, it is chess. If you haven't played a lot of chess before, you shouldn't expect to go into it with high expectations, you know what I mean? It's not really an easy game to just grasp like that. School I go to it to catch during today's lesson? Yo, that's pretty cool. Pulled pork sandwiches or barbecue sandwiches? Greatest thing to ever be invented. That might be a little too much praise, but oh my god, they're so good. I love them, especially if they're done right. There is, in St. Louis, Sugar Fire is a restaurant that has, it's pretty, I guess it would be a barbecue restaurant, yeah. And they have like the best pulled pork sandwiches. They're so good. It's inking right on my pile. It's a sentence that I said right now on this stream. Whoopsies. I didn't mean to break the ring. Some from last night? Hell yeah. Lead glaze, but good glaze, exactly. I mean, if you entirely threw, man, then sure. Still don't know if that'd be the reaction from, you know, me, but that looked wrong. I don't know why. Upon a brief glance, it looked wrong. It wasn't. I was just dumb, but it looked wrong. Looking and being are not the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Except for every other word that was truer than that one. What are the truest words? Like, theoretically, what is the one thing that somebody said that the reaction was like, that's it, the truest thing ever said? Is there something that actually qualifies as that? Or no? This isn't gonna line up. I'm just now realizing it's not, and I know it's not gonna line up for free. See, look, it would be there. I know exactly why. I know exactly why. However, I can't change it. So, tough luck. Actually, it doesn't line up here either. But it's different. That's weird. It's different because mine's 3. This one would be 5. How does that make sense? It doesn't. That's the only answer. It doesn't. Yeah, no, I do. I've debated Dark Revival. I actually I had started building it before this, like years ago. Worked on it for one whole stream and then never touched it again. So, yeah, and I haven't really had the interest to start it up again. Again, like maybe once this is done, we'll see, but I don't really... I'll probably move on from Bendy after this. Again, I really just, I've seen enough of these blocks, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen plenty. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's an in-between, Chris. If you know them, they're great. If you don't, you're dumb. I'm kidding. Yeah, but also he's talking to me, man, so you never know. Gmod construct map. Another one I've been suggested. Haven't ever really looked into doing it though. There and there. It's gonna be symmetrical. Insert the one line from the FNAF movie. Or don't, I don't really care. It's not really that funny of a line anyway, it's just relevant. Like a lunch food for you? Yeah. I mean, they could be anything, I guess, but it depends on the context or the day or something like that. I don't know. I'll just go 2 for right now. Oh my goodness, on both sides. The void. That was the wrong button. Professional button presser here. I didn't do it professionally that time though. There's a hole in the wall. They're back. Just when I thought they were gone forever, they've returned once again. Hello, HN2 fan. It's funny, I saw your comment, was too busy yapping, and then I was like, somebody joined, right? Like, I subconsciously knew, but I had to look back over to confirm my findings. Spinning game uses the same vibe as the Portal 2 ending minus a song. This person they leave. We have the same vibe. No, Henry basically left. He totally did. 100%. You're just wrong. I know he doesn't, for the record. It's the joke. What are we barking at? What possibly could be bark-worthy at this hour? Do I want to know? Actually, I don't think I do. Okay. I'm gonna go make sure no one's trying to rob me or something. Be right back. Nova, what did I tell you about sneaking in? Also, our glass door for the front door was unlocked, which it doesn't close all the way. So it had popped open, and I think the sound of it was what the dogs were barking at. So that's cool. Don't know who left that unlocked. Anyway, get this controller out of my way. What a banger rhyme. Absolute. The rhyme of a lifetime. And I'm now also rhyming. Okay. Confirmed. Or denied. I don't know, one of the two. Bed. I'm pretty sure in order to get to my closet or under my bed, she would have to pass me. But then again, she is short enough, I might not see. And then for a few seconds, yeah, you did deserve it. You're right. It's like Ding Dong ditched me or something. Yeah, that'd be funny, actually. Don't actually do that, but it would be funny. Okie dokie. We've got the pipe, not the pipes. They ain't pipes. The things from Heavenly Toys again, the pillars. Although I want to see, because I think the way that I did them in Heavenly Toys is way too big for the room I'm in. Because these were like 5 wide, weren't they? Yes, they were. I'm not even gonna like look. I'm not gonna use it as reference because I kind of want it to be 3 in total, including the bump outs. Welcome back, Jar. Now you're actually gonna stay for the rest of the stream. Could just end when you have to leave. That would, technically speaking, get the same result or yield the same result, something like that. I don't know, words. I just realized what this is, and it's actually kind of funny. This is, I'm assuming it's the same as the one was in Heavenly Toys, which I'd be right about, but it's these doors scaled up. That's funny. Don't really know why they decided this approach, but okay, sure, why not? If I do walls, I'm just gonna walk in, whatever. If I hit a trigger, I hit a trigger, who cares? I shouldn't. If I do, it wouldn't actually cause anything to happen. She'll find something eventually. She's got the companion cube, so she'll be A-okay. How do I make it less than what I like? I guess I could just leave it like this. Structure fours wouldn't help for what I'm, like, struggling with. They're not a bad idea, though. The fences, I think, are fine. Like, the issue is I already have my brick walls. That's good. The issue is the front, mainly. That looks dumb. Good technically. Do this. This might actually be my best bet. Maybe eventually. Crisp. Welcome back, Horadon. I saw that. Hold on. I wonder if I can find him again. Probably not. Thank you, Horthon, for saying something. And know them. I don't know what bonus point. Never mind. I don't even know. They left though after I deleted their message because they put a particular symbol that shouldn't be put in chat. It's one of the bad ones from a particular time period. You missed everything, yeah. No, not really. 6 map? I don't want to do anything GTA related. Honestly. I'm not... The issue with me that it's always like hard whenever I'm doing tutorials or builds is I have to have some sort of interest in it. Especially when it's something like... For example, I guess GTA. Or this, or whatever. Like, I need to at least like it to some capacity, because I'm not gonna have a fun time building something that I hate. Yeah. It was, Chris. I like... When they sent the particular thing, I was like, that feels off character for somebody who would even be associated with you, Horathon. But I didn't think anything of it because I was like, I don't want to say anything in case it is actually somebody you know, and then I'm just insulting people. But yeah, no, I didn't feel on par to me. So I had suspicions about it, but I also didn't want to assume anything. Good night, Shark, because it's definitely that time. Welcome back, Maz. I mean, yeah, it can be displayed as that, but it wasn't particularly displayed. Well, that would be the flag, would it not? Technically, that's not the symbol itself. Because somebody sent one earlier. Somebody who said they were friends with Horathon. And clearly they weren't, because I don't think Horathon would ever tolerate somebody who would be like that. I don't know. It's somebody that... I mean, they could have just picked someone who had a colored name. Like, who knows? There's a lot of ways they could have come to that conclusion. I don't know. You just happen to be their lucky contestant. Lucky contestant. Thank goodness you're here, or whatever the hell he says. I don't remember. Some guy who likes a particular time period that he shouldn't be liking. I also found the next message very odd that they sent, which was just the F word. That... I guess I should have picked up on the fact that they thought they were caught there. I don't get, like, I genuinely... Sure, I mean, if you're gonna come in and send that symbol to begin with, that's a whole other conversation. But I don't get why you would join and then be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I'm friends with somebody so I can then send this symbol. Like, do you think I work like that? You think I'm just gonna give you a pass because you know somebody who's in my chat? I don't get it. I really don't. It doesn't make any sense. So it's going good, Horathon. It's going great. I've been working on this room for the entire stream, though, so I'm kind of sick of it. Yeah, no, I mean, there's also a part of me that would want to mess with them, Chris. But I don't know if that would really get me anywhere, so I don't know if there's a point. But it would be kind of funny. Because I do have that in me to just kind of troll people in situations like that. I think that'd be funny. Because I'm the funny one. That's some of the most, like, quotable line of the entire show, which I find really funny. Because, you know, it's because I'm the funny one, obviously. That's why I find it funny. Sorry, just, you know, it's had to happen. Shut up! Okay, so, now if I hear barking, it's because people are home, and not because somebody's breaking and entering. Unless Horathon's breaking and entering. He might be. Stray is. Are you talking about the game, Stray GW? Because I am familiar with the game, but I've never played it. Since he's become common again? No. Stop being reasonable. This is the internet. As a general rule of the internet, this goes for most of you. I talked about it a little bit, well, part of this a little bit in one stream recently, but like, be cautious in any regard. Like, don't give people information about you. Don't tell them your age, your name, your home address. That should be obvious, I would hope, not giving your address out. But, and if they're like, don't tolerate people who are being like, you know, an asshole. If somebody came into this chat right now and said some vulgar words to me, my first recommendation would be to ignore them, and second would be to remove them. Because most people who are like that really just want the attention and want to feel like they're better than you. And if you don't let them feel that way, they're gonna shut the frick up. But yeah, just for those of you who are a little bit younger and haven't maybe been taught this lesson, just be real careful who you trust. Because it's real easy to get anything, and I don't think there are probably not many of you that are aware of actually how, like, one, easy it is to get information, but two, just how dangerous the internet really is. It is not a safe place. And it's just how it is, I don't know. It's unfortunate, but it's the world we've created, I guess. Like, even me, for most of you, don't tell me anything. I mean, if you all trust me, that's, sure, do your thing, I guess. But for the most part, don't be telling me anything. Because I don't need to know stuff. It's none of my business. So, it's your business and your business only. Yeah, don't be giving your home address out. That will only go bad. There are some, again, maybe for some of you who are a little bit younger, you may not even think about it, but there are some sick and twisted people out there that you really don't want to interact with. So, just always have your eyes open. Let me catch up on chat because I was a long rant. The one breaking in. What the freak? Horathon and Nova both. That's crazy. Who knows me? No, but yeah, like who knows who you're talking to? Somebody could be like, oh yeah, I'm actually a 14-year-old kid, but there's some like 40-year-old man. You know what I mean? Like, just don't believe words. Especially with AI now, like it's so much worse. You could be told one thing and the AI, like you could have AI evidence of something that isn't actually good evidence because, well, it's AI generated, and you may not know that. That's a whole other thing too that's now an issue that really shouldn't have ever become an issue. Is AI. But here we are in a point to where it is, so. Anything? I don't think so. Hello, someone. I mean, again, be careful with who you trust, Nova. Like, if you trust T-Junk, sure, but there is also a point to where it's like, you know, be cautious, I guess, with who you do think you trust. Either way, I don't think T-Jock's gonna do anything malicious, but you never know. Maybe one day he does. You can't assume things. It's better to be overcautious than undercautious, though. At least that's my opinion. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Halloween really is one of those. It's kind of just like a, hey, hope you trust people now. Because there are definitely stories out there of candy being tampered with. That's why there's always the thing like, check your candy, because you never know. But I feel like that also depends on the area you're in. Like, some areas are worse with that than others. Which is really unfortunate. Super proud that they're a bad person. That's a crazy thing to be proud of, but do your thing, I guess. I should do life lessons, you're right. Yeah, T-Jock's evil and stuff. I mean, like, look, I've been around a lot, you know what I mean? I've had a lot of interactions and a lot of things with a lot of people. So I do know a lot. And also I've just been told basic stuff as well about, you know, safety and whatnot. But you take one look at the news, like, you start to realize what I'm saying. What is... Oh, the stairs are being mean. I'm being bullied by stairs. Wait, that's not a diamond. Did I use structure voids anywhere, like, instinctively? I know I went to grab them at some point, and I feel like I placed them, but I might not have. I'm not really sure. No, I don't see any, which is good. That means I've not screwed up yet. Cool. Everything inside your Halloween basket? Yeah, true. There's always the part of me that just hopes that, like, never will be the case. Especially with Halloween. Like, it's a fun holiday for just having a good time. So you would hope that there wouldn't be any issues with that, but no, alas, people are people, and you will in fact find some not so good things in there. It's the sad reality that we're in. What? Huh? Wait, what? Where? Why? Who? All the questions. Okay, so behind the stair line, this all switches to the metal floor, which would be the beehives. Hello, the cool Nintendo guy. Welcome to the A stream, I guess, in general. Nice to have you pop in. Just want to be careful because there's 4 squares ahead of me. So I thought I could be doing illegal drugs. Yeah, that, and who knows what their intentions are, but... Rather be careful than not. Regardless of, I guess, the situation. T-Jug is unfathomably evil. Yeah, T-Jug is just so dark and twisted. That reminds me of the chocolate milk video. The guy's like, that's weird. Tastes kind of dark and evil or whatever. And he turns it around. There's like an evil face drawn on a piece of paper on the glass. Halloween candy. Church. Oh, nice. I never had any issues with any of that, thankfully. But for the most part, we live in a pretty safe area, so it's not something you worry about a lot. But even then, like, there's always some that are not so safe or whatever. That feels taller than it should be by this point. I triggered the cutscene and Alice opened the door. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, here's my issue. The staircase height is correct. Oh wait, it is correct, isn't it, overall? No, it's 1 too short. Or 1 too tall, something like that. Could I just No, I couldn't, because it needs to be... I could push the staircase forward a block. And then it would end with slabs here. So yeah, I think that would then put it a block higher. That's great, Chris. And when I say great, I mean it's not. Oh my god, T-Rock, you're banned. Gone forever. Like magicians. I don't have anything against magicians, I just don't care for magic a ton. Magic isn't even magic, it's just really precise tricks that seem like they're magical, but they're really not. It's all a scam and a lie. Have a bad day? Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. These are the kind of people you gotta stay away from. Just kidding. I hope T-Jock is not a bad person. But again, I really don't know what he does in his free time, so... Maybe he is sick and twisted, who knows? For you guys, I don't live in LA, that's crazy. To be fair, I feel like pretty much anywhere you go, you're gonna have both sides of it, because when we were in... Like, we've been in St. Louis, pretty much everyone I've encountered that is, you know, from St. Louis there is pretty chill. But, like, St. Louis is also one of the worst cities in the country. So, it is weird because it's like, you would expect to somehow see that reflection, but it just doesn't really show that much. I don't know. But again, it still should be kind of cautious with everything in that regard. I'm gonna have these peak 3 block, which would just mean these actually, because of that being... Oh wait, I could make the jungle over top. I'm so smart. Smart guy here. You don't have to call me a genius, I already know. Nice, Loki. You're a bad person, and I just haven't seen it. You haven't really proven to me. You've told me you believe you're a bad person, but I haven't really seen concrete evidence of such. I can start slandering you too, Nova, if that would make you feel any better, so I can just even it out. Is that what you're asking for? I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I don't know what you possibly, like, you think you have done that is so bad. You seem like a normal guy to me. You don't want the concrete evidence? I feel like at this point I do. Because you're kind of concerning me. Hello, Declan. Inmate T-Jug is crazy. Yeah, sure, Chris. Okay, sure. She's quite a gal. Yeah. I don't even, like, know how to respond to this anymore. Alright, sure. What did I do for this kind of a door, by the way? I went the wrong way. That's what I did. Hello, Jonathan. No, it's not that one. I'm feeling like there's one from this room. Is it this door? If it is, it doesn't help me. I might just go with what I have at the 2x3. That's the wrong button. You won't Marcus the Worm? What are you on about? What possibly could... Never mind. It's basically IRL Joker. Totally. Yes. I think I have it in each of the chapters so far. I don't remember if I've passed it in this one yet. Gas production, Gatnap boss fight is part of gas production, yes. That is where it is placed in the game, so. Obviously you can't access it immediately, but oh yeah, major forehead, let's go. That's somehow worse. Just when I thought it couldn't get worse, I've made it worse. You looking in the mirror again, Nova? Hello, Nathan. Okay, hand. That's definitely what a hand looks like, 100%. Oh, they're just floating. That's great. Well, I can do that and that then, right? That seems reasonable. It also looks phenomenal. The greatest build I've ever made. I'm gonna make the eyes larger without using signs. Or banners, because the banners would stick to the trapdoors, wouldn't they? Yep, okay. Melee room in chapter 3 is on level P. You've done K9. Okay. I'm gonna definitely not remember that. Conduits. That's what I need. Item frames with coal. I can try it, but I just don't think that's gonna be better. Now she looks bloodshot. I had a feeling. That's why I avoid item frames generally. Wither skeleton skulls actually might work. That's absolutely not better, and it looks like she has a mustache, but I'm gonna go with it because it's kind of funny. There comes a point with some of these to where I just embrace the fact that they're gonna look terrible, and that is one of those examples. Here. Here, definitely. Actually, there is one there, no way. If I added more onto it. Okay, so this is why you're sick and twisted, I see. Not the suspicious sand. Hell no, that is not what I was trying to grab. Chihuahua eyes? Yeah, you're right. There's something, I don't know. It's actually the greatest build you've ever seen, 100%. Remember when referring to minor people, is it a good thing, but they're a terrible person? Except when it's a side they don't show. I mean, yeah. I don't think necessarily everyone's terrible, but there are a lot of people that are, for sure. Thanks for reminding me I had this open. Because I actually didn't know I had it open until you just did that right now. I should close it for real, but I also cannot be bothered. So if anybody joins, I'll just give them jumpers 255 and also levitation. Easy solution. You included Nova. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do it to Nova. At least not yet. Yes, it does, Super Foxy, and the train design is crashed. So, you know, hardest build to make. Did I? I don't think I answered that. Probably the Amazing Digital Circus tent. That was a absolute nightmare, but in a good way. Not yeah, you heard me. Not yet. Need I repeat myself? Oh my god, the light at the end of the room. AKA, I am almost done, is kind of what I was trying to imply, if you aren't following, perchance. Sometimes if I have it, like if I just have it open for the most part, other than backrooms, yeah. But also streams I'm weird with. Like, generally I don't let people come in on stream. Unless it is someone like TJock who is trying to be productive. Until I remove him from the world. I mean, what? No, but... Backrooms, the only reason I don't is... I don't know. Backrooms is weird. There's so much to that map. I kind of want to just save it all, and I don't want to show much of anything. Aside from what I've shown on stream. You know what I mean? I want that to be a surprise, or not necessarily a surprise, but I want most of you to go into that blindly when I eventually do something on it, or with it on stream, for people to join. You missed me banning you, Mass, from the Discord. Welcome back, Melon. It felt like it was your time, you know, Mass. Just it was about you've over welcomed your stay or something. Whatever they say. Is that the room done? Yeah. Actually, hold on. What is going on with that? That's where the extra row comes from. I still don't have it, though. I mean, I have it on the jungle now, which is more crack. Okay, now are we sealed in? Other than the doors that I haven't actually blocked off. But yes, I think that is room done. Oh my goodness, that took so long. Why are you all now joining? After I'm 2.5 hours in. It's too big, make it smaller. Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you, Horadon. I can't hear you. Nope. It's just your fault. Colored rules do in the Discord? Absolutely nothing other than make your name look cool. But they serve no purpose aside from cosmetics. No, even when I check if I have mine. I do have mine. No way. You know what I noticed, by the way, that's weird? Emotes are saved by the skin, not by your profile. Look, I have Wave right now. I'm going to switch to Kane, and I'm going to have 4 emotes. See? Do not know why that's the case, but... It is, I guess. And then look, when I switch back, just 1 again. I don't get it. I don't know why that's how that is. It should just have fully sync. All of it should be the same. But whatever. I don't really know why you would need different emotes for different skins. Got eating barbecue. That's a sentence, but have fun with that. No, it's came from that one. It's that one guy with the dentures. What's his name? I think the show's called The Awesome Virtual Carnival or something. I can't remember. Something like that. I'm a dentist. That's why I put a cane skin. Yep, totally. How big is this room? Because I'm thinking about the next area just for structure blocking. Okay, it's under a structure block, but not by much. It's over 50. No, it wasn't. Yeah, no, it was. I'm right. I just can't do math. Playing as an old man's dentures? Why not is the real question. Because that's what it's called. Yeah, I know it is called. I was making a joke. I'm stuck on a glass pane. Average physical freak show. Oh yeah, that's it right there. I showed you, right? And it's just like a really bad ripoff. Chattering teething. Mouth and a body, something like that. Yeah, it's something. Is it gonna close behind me? No. It's amazing, horrible, ungrateful freaks who I hate. Sure, that's fine. It's not gonna be lining up anyway, so I'm not worried about it. Actually, I was gonna make this 4, but I think 3 is better. And what was my desk design? I like vaguely remember it, I think. It was a lectern. I think the far side's a hanging sign. And then I remember it was stairs on top for sure. Some Minecraft? Not particularly. Some of them are definitely drags to get through, but for the most part, they're fun. I guess it does depend on exactly what I'm doing, though. That chair is not gonna have a back. Tragic. Is it? I knew it was one of them, but I thought it was a hanging sign. Thank you. Maybe I've done both. Who knows? I'm gonna just have the chair properly in its position. So I can actually make it full because the half looks weird or the bit looks weird, whatever. Welcome back, Charm. Markup's updating? It's a terrible update. You should hate it. 0 out of 10. Everything they changed was a terrible change. I'm only partially exaggerating that. Ping is that high? Average ping moment. You're watching Spider-Man 2002. Stuff in movies. You should go watch with him. Like, what UI changes, mainly? Also, Super Foxy, Game Station sucked, for sure. I think Game Station might be one of the worst rooms I've done for a tutorial of all time. Like, singular rooms. Okay, we have the Boris room coming up. I was wondering about that. If that was this floor or not, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I know you all just joined, but I am gonna end there, I think. Nova, you're working on PPT, right? Over wherever you may be. Been to Mexico? No, I haven't been out of the country a whole ton. I've been out of the country precisely once, and it was on a cruise. So it wasn't even like that much. Doctors Mar, good. Hopefully it's not anything like actually serious. You're helping T-Jack? Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm not gonna leave it open. I was gonna leave it open if you're on PPT, but there's no point otherwise. These diamonds will be switched with structure voids eventually. They're placeholders, since I know I'll have to structure block everything. Unless I somehow manage to get the height correct, in which case, color me pink or something. I don't know. Anyway, I am gonna end there. As I mentioned, no Twitch tomorrow, which is what the schedule originally had before I said there was gonna be one. Sorry, I know I'm going back on a bunch of things. One, I kind of want to watch the hockey game. Well, both games, but the 7 game I want to watch. And you'll see the other reason. There is an alternative reason, which, yeah, you'll see. I mean, that kind of hopefully can imply some of it. Anyway, hopefully not Char, but it's possible. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, have a fantastic rest of your day or night. That's crazy, Georgia Bros. You just joined. And I will see you on the next one. Peace. For Twitch, at least, yeah, Char. But there is YouTube.